Hey, it's Bryson from FurryFreshness, and in this product spotlight video, we are going to be going over our flagship product, which is our Stain and Odor remover. This here is the 32-ounce spray bottle size of it. It also comes in a gallon size, which I'll show you here in a minute, but this is our flagship product. So here is some great things about it, which you should probably know. The fact is that it is eco-friendly, it's non-toxic, as well as there's no harsh or synthetic chemicals in there. The next thing is that we're super proud of is that it is odor-free. There's no scented odors in it. So many things on the market right now have these synthetic, strong smelling odors in them or scents in them, and we personally think they smell wonderful. It's great. It makes the room smell great. But let me ask you a question which you may not know or you may have forgotten, and that is, we humans have our nose, which works pretty good. We think all those smell great. But what about your dog or your cat? How much stronger do you think their scent of smell is compared to ours? And because I wanted to be dramatic about this, I wrote it on a whiteboard. And the answer is, if you don't know, it's up to 100,000 times stronger than the human nose. So what happens is we humans use these highly scented products, laundry detergent and things in our carpet. We think they smell great, but we forget about how close our dogs or our cats are down into that carpet. And I'm not a scientist, I'm not a veterinarian either, but I do see that there's a cause and effect, and I think a lot of dog owners and pet owners are starting to experience this, is that they are using these cheaper products with these great scents in them that we think, but actually they end up at the vet because this is triggering things like allergies, inflammation, sinusitis, congestion, sneezing, as well as discharge from their pets. And they go to the vet, they say what's going on, and they usually lay this to things like allergies. But what's going on is I suspect it is these super strong smells in the house which triggering this in their dogs, and it actually ends up costing more in the long run. So FurryFreshness has no scent whatsoever, as well as it's not going to be masking the smell whatsoever. So you're going to use the product. There's never going to be anything that you're masking with a temporary smell. You will be able to tell once FurryFreshness works that there's nothing there ever again to smell, and you won't need to mask it with those scented products, which is great and something we are super proud of. The next thing is that we like about FurryFreshness, unique to us and pretty rare and something we're proud of, is that the fact that FurryFreshness is blended and bottled in very small batches. So that allows us to keep a huge, close eye on the manufacturing process, as well as make sure everything is blended properly, all the right ingredients are in there, and that everything from start to finish is beautifully done. And when you receive your bottle of FurryFreshness or your gallon of FurryFreshness, that product has been blended, bottled, and packaged within the last 21 days. So that is pretty rare. A lot of the bigger companies have to warehouse their product because they make them in huge quantities, and then it sits in a warehouse. So you have no idea once you get that product. It may be 6 months to a year old once you get it, which can have other effects, which I can talk about later about how well that product may work. Lastly, because this product is so good at removing the smell, it completely removes it. It really helps with potty training dogs and cats because there's two reasons dogs or cats will pee in the house. The first is they smell the urine, so they go back to that. They think that's where they belong. FurryFreshness is going to take care of that, as well as they either will go back to those spots because it becomes a habit, and it actually is just a habit process that goes on. And that is why we actually created our two different training guides. One is for dogs and one is for cats, about how to break that habit and no longer have them in your house. So that's what makes FurryFreshness great about potty training your dog or your cat. Next thing I want to go over is what you can use FurryFreshness on. It's going to use it can work on all of your common surfaces. That's going to be like carpeting, hardwood, tile, concrete, artificial turf, furniture, rugs. If you're in an RV, it can be used in your RV, bedding, and all the common washable surfaces. If you ever have a question if you can use FurryFreshness on something, please don't hesitate to reach out. And finally, the last thing which we like the most about FurryFreshness is it is completely enzyme free. So majority of everything else on the market is enzyme based, which can have its pluses and minuses, although we see there's more minuses in that than the positives. FurryFreshness has zero enzymes in it whatsoever. So as long as FurryFreshness makes contact with whatever's causing your smells or your stains, that bacteria, once FurryFreshness reaches it, it instantly begins to break that down and evaporate it, literally evaporate it from your carpeting or your flooring. And that is through a power process we call Oxy-vap technology. That goes in there using the power of oxygen, breaks all that down, and then it literally evaporates it from your carpet, leaving nothing to ever return because it's all been removed from your carpeting. So again, as long as you can get FurryFreshness to reach whatever's causing your stains or smells, it begins to break it down and permanently, and I mean permanently, removes it from your carpeting. So Again, this is a 32-ounce spray bottle size. It comes in gallon sizes as well. And then there's a different configurations of either 2 gallons, 2 spray bottles, 1 of each, and there's some different other packages as well. And I think at the time I'm filming this, we are just under 200,000 past pet owners who have used FurryFreshness, and a lot of those have been with us from the beginning since when we started in 2015. So you are not the first person to try this if you decide to try FurryFreshness. There's plenty of other pet owners who love the product, who've tried it before and had amazing results. So below this, there should be some reviews to read about other people's experiences, how they've used it, what it's worked on, their before and afters, and incredible things like that about FurryFreshness. As well as if you ever have any questions, we are here to help you. So reach out to us. Please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are here to help you answer any questions you may have. And lastly, when you decide to try FurryFreshness, please share your before or your success story with us, your before and afters or your experience with it, and let us know how we're doing and how FurryFreshness has kind of changed your life. So we are here to hear those stories. That's kind of why we are doing the whole FurryFreshness thing. That is what drives us the most. So go ahead, check out the products below, check out the page below, and if you ever have any questions, let us know, and I hope to see you on the other side. And lastly, we can't wait to hear your success with FurryFreshness.